This is Free Talk Live. We're launching into the third hour of the program. Plenty of time for you with your calls and thoughts to discuss anything you want here on Free Talk Live. With you in the studio tonight, Ian here,
Derek J.
And Mark.
And you can join us online over at freetalklive.com. Go get interactive on the site in a variety of different ways. The primary way is to actually create the content of the site. That which you see on the front page was placed there by listeners like you and then voted upon. It's a Reddit-based voting system, so if you've got a free Reddit account and our free freetalklive.com account, you just link the two accounts together in a very simple process, and then it'll be easy for you to participate in our online fun over at freetalklive.com. We jump right into your phone calls and thoughts. Still to come here tonight, happy birthday. The legal status of one of the world's most popular songs, although you guys were talking off the air about how much you despise it. We'll get into the details here. Mark's got that story, plus saggy pants crackdown again. We'll tell you which location it's happening. It's Florida. But first, we go to James. He is in Arizona. You're on Free Talk Live, James.
It's Jim Bob, Brahad, Arizona.
Jim Bob, welcome. You're on the air.
Yeah, that bit that I invented of a liquored up suburban cowboy was such a big hit on the Lionel show that he and his sidekick, call screener, and co-host labeled me the greatest, because I used to call in and just make so much fun of Lionel and his progressivism. But he had a fact, so he always welcomed my calls and always let me have what I want to say. And anything else you'd like to add? He actually lived up to those whatever. Mark, Hamas is not a political organization, by the way.
Something we finally agree on, James. I love Lionel. I think he's a great talk show host. I grew up listening to Lionel.
I want to.
Well, then you shouldn't have brought him up.
Well, it's on your Facebook page, and it was ironic that Jimmy, who got plenty of time uninterrupted to talk, unlike
he's more fun than you.
I was trying to say to Mark, Hamas is not a political organization, Mark. They're a jihadi terrorist organization, a bunch of counterculture clubbers, by the way, who literally profess to love death more than infidels love life. And so, Derek J.
What's the difference between a political organization and a terrorist organization?
I'm a member of the Libertarian Party in Arizona,
okay.
or was, and we're not a terrorist organization, nor are the Free State Project a terrorist organization. But,
yeah, but I'm talking about the successful. I'm talking about successful political types, like Republicans and Democrats that are willing to use the agency of the state to commit violence in their name.
I know. I get all that silliness. I know how you talk about it at the point of a gun. Yeah, I know. Just like the stereotypical authoritarian mutthead. The cop to pull over Liberty Phoenix, such passes for thought, stereotypical mudhead, whatever. I was
so you want to answer the question, James, or dodge it?
People, it's a statement formed as a question, and I don't care for it. I don't agree with it. We've already discussed that, Ian. And Derek J., I wanted to say to you, until the good people of Palestine and the Gaza Strip annihilate, literally, and then outlaw the Muslim Brotherhood splinter group, which is Hamas, like the Nazis were and are in Deutschland, there will never be, and there will be no peace news now in Gaza. And the wall mark will remain standing around the Gaza Strip because political terrorist organization literally wants the Jews on the other side dead.
Well, what obligation do I have, James, as a Palestinian?
And Bernard, excuse me. Go ahead.
What obligation do I have as a Palestinian, imagine I am one, to rout out Hamas for whomever wants to find them?
I just wonder how many people on planet Earth wouldn't have been instantly murdered if the good German people had routed the Nazis when they literally took power from the righteous democracy that was Hindenburg's. Who
they were given the power.
I wonder if the people didn't all do the Seek-Hell thing. Instead, somebody had just put one bullet in Hitler's head and one in Goering and one in Goebbels.
48 different attempts.
Yeah. So I want to know how you're supporting the Palestinians who do want to rout out Hamas. How are you supporting those Palestinians?
I'm saying they should do it themselves, just like you always talk about. They should take care of their own problems. I know if I had a
but you brought this problem up, so it's your problem too.
He would be dead if I were living next to him. That would literally.
What are you doing about it?
Forfeiting his right to life. If I had a neighbor that said Hitler was right and he should have, too bad he didn't pull it off. What I would do about it if I were Palestinian, like I said, if I were Palestinian, I don't live in Palestine and I can't do anything about it.
So you don't feel any personal responsibility to fix what's happening over there? Why do you bring it up?
You were talking about it.
Oh, okay.
Your host was talking about it.
I know it was a topic.
It was a topic. I'm responding to it.
Oh, okay. And now you've responded. Good night. 855-450 free. That's the toll-free number.
I just want to know what people are doing. I care about peace, and I don't just want to complain about it. I want to have solutions. I'm open.
Well, I don't know what somebody does in this circumstance. I have no clue. I'm not doing anything about it either because I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
I wish that there was one thing I could do to save one Palestinian from or Israeli. I don't care. I would like to see people saved in this circumstance, but I just don't know. The Palestinians seem less able to leave, and that's difficult. There's people settling land where they have groves and things like that. That makes that difficult. It's a tough situation.
The one thing I think the both of us can do from here, Mark, is remind those listening that there's a difference between the Palestinian and the Israeli people and their governments. So at least draw that distinction, because it's not the people who are waging the wars.
Free Talk Live, 7 nights a week from 7 to 10 Eastern, live on the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM.